Good morning. It's morning in Chicago, right?
Yeah, it's
Morning brew, if
10:30.
you will. Yeah, that's still morning. They're still serving they're still serving the McGriddles at McDonald's. So I think that counts
Yeah,
as morning.
another 28 minutes.
Good morning and welcome to the Fanatic Sports Podcast. The outstanding face you see here is Michael Beier, fantastic friend of the Fanatic Sports Podcast, man, from Sports Vibe Media. Happy to have you here with us, Mike, man. Happy March Madness.
I know. Let's go, Joe. Good morning, man. Dude, how about some March Madness last night? Some wilds.
Once I got over the hurt of Arkansas losing, which we kind of saw this coming. I was very, very surprised. And that's the beauty of March Madness. It's almost more fun when you don't have like any skin in the game, and you can just kind of watch with as a fan or as a journalist or what have you. I really enjoyed the games. The St. Joe game was a lot of fun to watch. I mean, just the battles, some of the players, the surprises for me. My bracket is on fire. It's an absolute mess. But it's really, really cool just to see like some of these games. It's one play at times can determine your season. I was actually right before you hopped on. My buddy is a LSU fan. He's from down here in Baton Rouge, and so we were talking about LSU on the women's side, the girls losing on a buzzer beater to Duke. I hate to say it because it's one game. We're talking one play was literally what decided a lot of people's careers it ended people's careers with one shot. It's madness. That's literally the best way to put it. It's madness. And so, but it was fun. It's been fun to watch some of the surprises from the tournament.
Oh, I know, dude. That the St. John's Duke game last night. We were supposed to go out to dinner last night, and I couldn't leave because I'm like, this game is too good. So I'm like, we gotta put the reservations on hold for a minute because it was just back and forth. Duke, St. John's pulls away by 10, which there was an interesting stat yesterday. Duke has been down 5 times this year by double digits, and can you guess what the result of all 5 of those games were?
It's
Take
a
shot, Joe. They came back and won. They came back and won every one of those games. So even when they get down
it's
big,
beautiful. Well, you can still I was just on I've been blessed to produce some more podcasts. So shout out to the Court Chronicles from the North, which will be going live tomorrow. Shameless plug. We'll be going to live tomorrow at 7 p.m. And so we were having our production meeting, and we were talking about this draft that's coming up. And one of the names in there that's been a very popular name for a very long time is Cameron Boozer. Or as I like to call him, Unk. He plays old school ball, man. He's in his style of play is in our age range. He's not one of those new bigs that can stretch the floor as well. And there's talk of him not being able to run as well. And there's a lot of people have critiqued his game, but one thing you can count on is he's going to give you buckets. And he's just going to go down and he's going to get on the block and make you work for everything. There's something to it. There's something, almost regal to the way that he just goes to work down there and brings his team back every time. It's really impressive, and that stat you just brought up is to be down double digits 5 times. I remember they were bad. They had a tough game against Michigan State. They've had a couple. I know Arkansas put them on the ropes for a while. But after when things get tough, they just start throwing it to Boozer, and good things happen from that. It's something to that.
Yeah, obviously they have so many playmakers, but the storyline a lot of people weren't sure it was going to happen last night was Caleb Foster going to play, and he literally came out of the woodworks out of nowhere and played last night. Even post game, John Shire was emotional. I don't know if you saw his post game interview. He was emotional, and he was asked about the significance of Caleb coming back last night. He's like, this dude was not supposed to play tonight, but he did everything in his power to get on this court tonight. He made a huge impact. He got them some big buckets late, made some big free throws, and then obviously Cameron Boozer. Anytime they needed a big bucket late, he went to work. Isaiah Rivers was hitting threes in people's faces from like 35 feet out. Like he kept that team in the game as well when they were down. And I was just like, this is back and forth. St. John's was making every three they put up. I mean, man, they have some shooters out there, Sellers and Mitchell. And my gosh, man, what a game back and forth. Also, like Rick Pitino on the sideline. It's good to see him on the sideline. He's screaming at his players and like the Rick Pitino thing, he's like, oh
yeah.
It was fun last night.
It was vintage, and I think this is what March Madness is all about. And funny enough, I didn't even plan to start with it. I just, I love March. It's my birthday month. There's, it's springtime. There's kind of a newness, if you will. The flowers starting to bloom again. Just nature as a whole is a beautiful time in March. And then you bring in, all the great sports, around it. And the tournament just is a perfect culmination for the end of the month. What a fantastic tournament we've been having so far. Were there any surprises for you? Have there been any surprises during the tournament?
Oh yeah, let's go with Tennessee.
That one was big.
Rocky Top Nation, man. They handled Iowa State last night, and like what Tennessee's been able to do with Gillespie, like they're one of their key players. Oh my gosh, man, they're on one right now. So like Tennessee, obviously Iowa, that's the other biggest storyline. Like Iowa to me is the biggest in the entire tournament. Like they came in as a 9 seed. Everybody either had them losing to Clemson the first game or the next round, right? Like nobody had them beating Florida. So here's Iowa with a chance to beat, a chance to win it. I go to the Final Four for the first time since 1980, man. Like, wow. The crazy storyline about this is the last time they were in the Final Four, Joe, 1980, their coach was Lute Olson, who coached at Arizona for a long time.
Right. The legendary Wildcat coach. Yes, sir. Won them their last national championship.
Right. So there's
fun story about Lute Olson. I certainly have learned to respect greatness in its as it happens, right? But Lute Olson, so being from Arkansas, Blue, you remember Mike Blue, everyone, the Blue Report, the throwback team. Blue, you can remember this story. So Lute Olson had some salacious things to say about Nolan Richardson, the legendary Razorback coach. And there was a battle that ensued, and then it just so happened on the way to the Razorbacks Final Four in '94, their national championship, they met Arizona in the Final Four. So I think this was the semifinals before they beat Duke. Which, by the way, the chalk that Arkansas went through, it needs to be studied. There needs to be a 30 for 30 on that 94 national championship because we went through Georgetown, UNC, Arizona, and then Duke for a championship. Like we're talking like wrong. Wait. Was that not the national championship, bro?
North Carolina A&T, Georgetown, Tulsa. Fab Four plus
Tulsa.
Yeah.
Fab Four was Shea. I forgot his last name. Shea something. He was really good. Fab Four plus 5, and Arizona didn't do.
And then Duke, but that chalk was unreal. That's like what year did we beat UNC? Was that 95?
That was 95. UNC.
Oh,
95.
That was the 90. What are the 40 minutes of hell game? Arkansas and Duke. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Yes, sir. So in that 40 minutes of hell, that was Nolan's thing, man. That's what he did. He wanted pressure full court, 94 feet of pressure. And so Lute Olson was not fond of this, right? He hated the narrative. He had bad things to say about it. Of course, we beat him with that. But then shortly after that, about 2 years later, what did we find in that 97 champion team? A ton of full court pressure. And of course the media hyped it up. That was their thing. But it was definitely we saw a page of it. After he complained about it, we saw Lute Olson take a page from that 94, from that 40 minutes of hell, and turned it into sort of his own thing in Arizona as well. And so that's what always sticks out in my mind about him. But definitely much respect. He's an outstanding head coach with a amazing Hall of Fame resume.
With me being the age that I am, I remember when Arkansas left the Southwest Conference going into the SEC, and
woo,
and a lot of people was like, well, they always thought they would say, you will have Kentucky fans, Tennessee fans, you know what I mean? Some LSU fans, we've always been a basketball conference. No, Arkansas made y'all basketball conference because you had to recruit them. Only thing he was talking about in the SEC when it comes to basketball was Kentucky, Tennessee, LSU. It was the only three teams he talked about before we got to the SEC back 30 some odd years ago.
Which is wild. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I mean those are
some. There.
Go ahead.
We got there. Ty Day, B. Mayberry, and Oliver Miller. Those four guys from freshman year to senior year always won the regular season conference championship, and they did it in the SEC their first year. So they never lost a regular season conference championship. They only lost one conference tournament, and that was the SEC tournament the first year they played in there on a bogus call against Alabama. But we're not going to talk about that because the game was played in Birmingham. But yeah,
which is crazy because usually the SEC they're dominating this tournament at this point, but out of the 8 teams left, we have 4 Big Ten teams, which is crazy. Half the field hasn't won a championship. So I don't know. I want to see what you guys think. If I had to rank these teams that are left right now, 1 to 8, I want to see if you guys are on par with this. Okay.
Okay.
So like if we had to re-rank this field right now with the 8 teams left, I think I would go Arizona 1, Michigan 2, Duke 3.
Right.
I would, and then so you got the 3 number 1s left, so 1, 2, 3 right there, and then after that, I think UConn has to be number 4 right now, the way that they're playing, and then I think I would go Purdue 5, and then what do you guys think so far about this? And then outside of that, let's go, and then obviously like Iowa and Tennessee closing out at 7, 8. So that's what I kind of think right now. Coming into this, Duke was the highest picked. I think Arizona's taken that over the way they've looked right now. So, and then Michigan. I don't know if you guys saw last night, Michigan, Alabama. I thought that game was going to end up with 300 points combined. It was 3-pointer to 3-pointer, like back and it was back and forth for a while. Michigan pulled away late, but they look really good right now. And a lot of people were worried about them because they lost one of their top guards at the end of the year, but they have not missed a beat. So Michigan, and we could have Michigan, Arizona in the Final Four next week. Like that would be an unreal game.
That'd be an outstanding game. That'd be an outstanding game. I agree with you. I think I'm putting Arizona at 1, and then Duke at 2. I like what Michigan's got. I honestly, at this point of the 8 teams left, I don't know that there's anybody that I feel like can beat Arizona. But I said the same thing about Iowa State and Michigan State, and I was sorely mistaken. So it's all up in the air at this point, man. But Arizona's they're big, they're strong, they're physical, they play really great defense. And if you got those 3 elements to your basketball team, even if you're missing shots, you still got a really good chance to win.
Right.
And so I think that's my thing.
Only thing I would change
ahead, Blue.
is I'll put UConn over Duke because Duke needs assistance. Duke should have lost last night.
Yeah.
Out of all the number 1 seeds, and you sit there and you watch the games, and you sit there and the ones that have won in advance, everybody except for Florida. These Florida basketball fans are unreal. But everybody except for Florida, and you look at it, and after you get done watching them when they won, they should have lost it again. And you've been saying that about Duke ever since round one. Still lost to CM. They still lost the ground. They still lost last night. They should have lost the ball game with St. John's.
Yep.
And
and so Mike opened up the show with a really great point. He said that Duke has been down double digits 5 times this year and are undefeated in those games, which is unreal
crazy
to me.
And I call it the Duke assistance. And we got you know what I'm saying? You got to call a spade, man. It's something about when Duke gets down, and if they get it within 9, they can win ball game. Because then the whistle started to blow, and all these phantom calls get going, and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? And they're like, "Oh man, you just hating on Duke." No, I'm not hating on Duke. Duke should be in Durham right now.
Well, they got Caleb Foster back now too. So
yeah, they did Caleb Foster.
Joe, you said the bracket was on.
It is. My bracket is a mess. I'll tell you that, and I appreciate you pointing that out because for those who are still checking us out, we are doing. It's still happening. The men's bracket challenge, the Fanatic Sports bracket challenge, is happening. Somebody's gonna win this bracket, y'all. And with winning it, I don't know who it is at this point. We had over 100 participants, Mike. It was really, really cool to see the number of participants. And at this point, we're looking at there's the most picked champions I saw is 23%. And we are. Let me jump into our group and look at it. But just looking at the challenge, the winner gets a custom team T-shirt brought to you by Nicole Talks Ball, our great friend. And I mean, dude, like it's just amazing what we've been seeing. Like just the different picks. I know there's been a couple people who've done several picks. I'll be honest and tell you, I don't even know who all has jumped in, and some of the names on here aren't even familiar to me. But just the number of people that have joined in is really, really cool to see. And I mean, it's all over the place in the champs, man. But it's a blast to get to see this challenge and what we've done with it. And so really, 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 really fun to have done this challenge. And so cool to get to do more things like this, man. But thank you to everybody that's joined the bracket challenge. One last thing I'll say about college ball before we go. So if your bracket is on fire, like my bracket is on fire, that's okay. You still can win. We've got a Fanatic Pack drawing, Mike. So you're gonna love this. This is great, right? So secret prize that's gonna be sent over to you from us on us. All you got to do is what you're doing right now. Watch the show. Then you watch the show. If you comment, you get a chance. You get entered into a chance to draw. If you share, if you like, you're entered into a chance to draw. If you follow the people that are on your screen right now, so at Sports Vibes Media for Michael Beier. Look, you should be following him anyways because. First of all, he's got 20,000 followers, Blue. So he's probably already got all the followers as is. But he also, I mean, fantastic comedy, fantastic content just in general. And, informed and hilarious. But at Sports Vibe Media on all platforms. So follow him, and then if you screenshot it, if you tag me when you follow him, you send it to Fanatic Sports Pod. That's another chance to enter the drawing. If you follow the Blue Report on any of the social media platforms, again, that's another chance to enter into the drawing, right? And Blue's he's everywhere too. He's like Dust. He's on Kiss 105.3, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, TikTok, Twitter. I'm not calling it X, Mike. I refuse to switch over. I'm old. I don't have to change. Good if I don't want to. Yeah, but he's everywhere. So I'm
on that boat with you.
Yeah, if you follow Blue and you tag Fanatic Sports, then that's another chance to draw to enter the drawing. The most important way, and we'll throw one out right now. There's a key word for every show throughout the tournament, Mike. Today's key word is buzzer beater.
Oh.
All right, so you send me the key word, and I'll put you into the drawing. And so somebody's gonna get a Fanatic pack. So it's a few different items with our logo, and they can be customized. So if you're up for it, and look, you can still win even if your bracket is losing. But it's been fun, man, just to watch all of what's going on in the tournament. It's been a blast to get to do this. And so, we're really looking forward to more awesome things throughout the year, just like this. And so, we're so thankful for everybody that's checked us out, that's joining, the new followers, the people that have come back to us for the drawing and so forth. It's been a blast. But let's get to why we're really here, Mike. It's baseball season.
Can I shout out to Alabama? I'm gonna shout out to Alabama State basketball champions, Michigan Wolverines.
Hey, a proud Michigan man here. Blue, that makes sense, man. So all right, so Blue, now you're more than welcome to join in this. Before we get to yesterday, I wanted to talk a little bit about the WBC, which was fantastic. And I'll show my age a little bit in remembering that once upon a time, baseball was called America's pastime. The emergence of football, the emergence of the NBA on a global level has kind of pushed baseball into what I feel like is amongst men's pro sports is around third now, second or third, depending on who you ask. But the World Baseball Classic. Yeah, I would say, it's still a very big sport globally behind, European football. But in America, it's taken a big backseat. And this World Baseball Classic has kind of pulled it back into the frame. Talk a little bit about what you've seen from the WBC, Mike, and in Blue. Any comments, any notes from the WBC? Anything you guys liked that you thought about?
Dude, the WBC, man, it is so much fun, especially when you get some of these other countries involved that baseball is everything to them, like Venezuela.
Yes.
Like, dude, the championship game, they're having a watch party out like in the Capitol, like it was amazing, man. Like you see the reactions of the players and how much it means to them. Some of them are like, this is more important than a World Series, It was really cool to see my guy, I'm a Cubs fan, Daniel Palencia, get to close that thing out. And he just to see his raw emotion on his face after they won. I got chills thinking about it right now. And
yes,
it's so cool for the sport because, baseball was kind of slipping for a little while, and then they made some changes, like the time clock and all that between pitches, and now we got ABS involved. It's bringing a little bit more fandom back, making the game a little bit more fun and exciting. But those WBC games, they're all excitement. You're watching out in like Tokyo and stuff like that, and it's almost like a European soccer match, but baseball. Like there's instruments playing, chants going on, and stuff like that. So it's going to be hard to match that for a regular MLB season. But could you imagine if MLB regular season games were like that? Like that would be. I don't know if they can ever get to that. But if you go to, I don't know if you've ever been to like little not little, but like Major League Soccer games and stuff like that. Some of the power markets, some of the newer teams and stuff now, like Cincinnati and Chicago's okay here, but during the games, it's electric. Like the fans are going crazy. There was like singing, like not singing, but like just like a lot of excitement going on. Baseball, your good teams, it's there. That happens, but the problem is the teams that aren't so good and that can't draw, that's it makes it tough and stuff. But dude, watching that WBC, it's so much fun, man. It's so cool to see these guys representing their country, or some of them they're not from there, but they have like relatives or whatever, so like playing for them. Italy, how cool was that? Like Italy making it to basically the Final Four. Like,
that was dope.
my gosh. Oh, that was so cool to see. I don't know. What do you think about that, Joe? What do you think about the WBC? All right,
So
Blue.
maybe the most interesting thing for me. So I'm a Royals fan, and so watching
Jack Caglione.
Pasquantino. Yeah, love to watch what they were doing, and so one of the really cool things for the WBC for me was watching the younger players that got to be a part of this, and the confidence that it led for them as we get into the regular season. But
Right.
I love the clutch hit from Pasquantino. I thought it was a little interesting that it was brought up about how Pasquantino is Italian, and they thought that he should have played for Italy, but he chose to play for America instead. And so there was a little bit of discourse there. But I love the discourse because that's what gets you talking about baseball. And so that was a blast for me. Blue, did you get to watch any of the WBC?
I didn't get to watch any of it, but I did keep up with some of the highlights and everything. And one of the things I do like about the concept of the WBC is getting you closer. That's kind of bridging the gap between the college game and the pro game, because the college game is really, really different than the pro game, as far as with the atmosphere and the way that the players approach playing the game. Me being an avid college baseball fan, seeing how the exuberance of guys when they make plays and things like, because Major League Baseball, this is one thing why Major League Baseball loses people. That's the only sport when you do something good you can't sell. You can't show a picture of it.
Right.
I'm like, get that picture. You're a grown man. You know what I'm saying? Or you can't watch a home run. Why can't I not watch a home run? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why can't I? I mean, some of these unwritten rules in baseball are just so ridiculous that when you watch the college games, it's like you forget all about them. And then when you watch the pro games, you're like, man, what are these guys doing? But the WBC kind of bridged that gap, because you see the exuberance of the players, not only being excited playing for their country, but out there having fun and being, knowing what baseball is, a kid's game. So that's one thing I like about the WBC. That they have, man.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
like Italy, like another thing, like with Italy being there, basically making the Final Four, man, it was like, that's not known. They're not known for baseball. And you got countries like Japan, which Japan looks at baseball like Europe looks at soccer. You know what I mean? They take it serious.
Yeah,
I mean, Latin America,
baseball.
Yeah, like Latin America, countries like Venezuela, the Dominican Republic, places like that, they look at baseball like that's their end all be all. I see documentaries where guys saying, man, we used to play baseball with bottle caps and sticks. But man, that's why them guys are good. They got the hand-eye coordinator. If you hit the bottle cap with a stick, you'll bang something.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. I like the exuberance of it. I like the fandom of it, and just bringing excitement to it. And it's kind of bridging the gap, and it's getting people like me who watches baseball after the All-Star break, kind of watching it before the All-Star break.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Dude, 100% Blue. Love that stuff. Love it, man. How he's talking right here. Some of the best parts about the WBC are the storylines that come from it. One of my favorite ones, you guys probably remember this, is the Czech electrician that threw 4.2 scoreless innings against Japan. Like, this dude was working a full-time electrician just a few days before this. Andre Sartoria.
Wow.
Andre Sartoria, dude. And then he's doing electrician stuff one day, and then he's throwing 4.2 scoreless innings against Japan another. Like, that is unreal to me. Like, that is what is so cool, is like guys like him get a chance to represent their country and be on the biggest stage. Like, that dude's never going to forget that in his life. And I think what's that?
Yeah, no doubt. And I would love to think that at some point we're going to see, that's a chance for him to grow. Yeah.
I think he got an invite out of this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
right. Yeah, you would think so. I would presume. Yeah.
Well, me being a Mets fan, hopefully Queens get the money. But But another cool thing is that like you see different players on different teams come together. Like you got Red Sox and Yankees on the same team in America, man. And it's just like
Right.
I can't stand Aaron Judge, but during the WBC, man, I'm an Aaron Judge fan. I'm not a hater, I just don't like him because he's stanky. But it's just that's what it was. And you got guys like that, then you like look at the greatest player.
Wait, wait. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Blue. Look, so I'm scrolling through Sports Survive Media right now. Shameless plug, by the way. I'm just looking through some things just because I wanted to kind of see what all he put together. Mike's got a video that says we just watched the last meaningful game Skaner's pitches in this season. And bro, like I was like, wait, what happened? Did he get hurt? No, he's just gonna go back to playing for a worthless team. I'm so sorry, Blue. No, like I don't know if you can see it on my. I don't know if you can see it on my face. I was looking and I was like, oh no, what happened to Paul? This guy, look, as an LSU fan, I do as a person who hates LSU, I do not like this guy even a little bit, right? Now as a Steelers fan, I feel like I should care about the Pirates baseball team, but I just can't for a myriad of reasons. But like as a baseball fan, I love this guy's work ethic. I love what he's doing. And actually, to be fair, they actually did have a very solid off season, picking up some players that you think should help give him some backup. But they're so far down in the hole. It's just not. There's not a lot of hope. So I was like legitimately nervous. Like, oh no, what happened? And then it hit me.
Like speaking of the Pirates, like if I had a secondary team, like if you could have a secondary team, it'd be the Pirates.
Sure.
Because my first major league game was in Three River Stadium. And
wow.
Another thing is like I feel like they probably got the prettiest baseball stadium in the league, in my opinion. But a lot of people like I like that stadium is beautiful in my opinion. So that'll probably be one of the reasons why I would be a Pirates fan.
Pittsburgh's interesting. They have a lot of solid pitchers, but they can't get it together. They have a hard time building a good offense in that organization, because I like to say that, like, obviously it's a joke, right? Like Skeen's last meaningful game this year, which I thought was really funny, because it sucks because we're being robbed of not watching this man in like big situations, like in the playoffs. I'm not even a Pirates fan, I'm a Cubs fan, but I would love to see Skeens in the playoffs. Just like all the years we were robbed out seeing Mike Trout in the playoffs. It's like these are the best players, and it's just a shame. Pittsburgh's trying to build something, though. I mean, they got him. They got Bubba Chandler, who's a younger prospect for them that he's got to kind of get for his first full workload this year. And then like other guys like Mitch Keller, like another anchor of that rotation. But then you get into the lineup, and that's where you're struggling, because basically it's O'Neal Cruz, and after that you got like people like named after law firms like Spencer Horwitz. Like Horowitz, and Horowitz. No, but that's the problem over there, because I'm sure Skeens is going to get a payload someday. He's going to get it. I don't know if it's going to be Pittsburgh, but his contract is going to come up someday, and he'll either stay there or he's going to go somewhere he's going to get paid. And hopefully we'll get to see him in big spots.
Yeah, go ahead. Well, that's one of the things about Major League Baseball is like you have a great player in a small market, and he'll play there 3, 4, 5 years, and then you got a team like the Stankies or the Red Sox or Dodgers or Chicago or St. Louis, and they'll come around and throw that bag at them, and then they're there. You know what I mean? And
right.
I just pray he doesn't go to the Dodgers, because you can't have rich get rich. You're like, God,
have the Dodgers overtaken the Yankees as the most hated team in baseball?
No, because I don't hate the Dodgers.
I think they're competing. The Dodgers
It's
make a
getting
little
close.
It's if not, it's getting close. It might be there because even when they sign guys like Kyle Tucker in the offseason, it makes people upset. Like
Yeah.
I mean, I am actually curious to see what's going to happen here. We're about to see probably the biggest contract ever for a pitcher about to happen, and it's going to be Tarek Skubal. And he's going to get paid in the offseason. I don't know if Detroit's going to be able to retain him, be able to give him the money that he wants. So teams like the Dodgers and the Yankees are going to be calling, the Red Sox, maybe the Cubs get in on there. But if Tarek Skubal goes to the Dodgers, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Like, I can't take that.
That's
like,
it.
that would not. I hope
Mike,
that doesn't happen.
Only...
What do you got, Blue?
Mike, all right, let me ask you this question. Like, you're in the Midwest, you're in Chicago, correct?
Right.
Okay. So, Detroit, they hurt themselves years ago building Comerica Park too big.
Say it again?
Like, far as did Detroit hurt themselves years ago by making Comerica Park too big? Like, far as getting right. Sluggers there? Because it is hard to hit a home run out of it. Even on the video game, it is hard to hit a home run.
Right, they had to move the fence in. They moved it in a couple of years ago just because it was too much. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they made that stadium. I mean, if I look at the stadium, they made that grass too big.
It's a great place to pitch, but
yeah,
but you used to really be the one to get it out to center field. Center field was about as big as Yellowstone.
420, wasn't it?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Like the funniest part is trying to watch center fielders run down balls out there back when it was like 420, because I mean they had to cover so much ground out there, like crazy.
If you get a ball in the power alley in left center or right center, guaranteed triple.
Right.
Guaranteed triple. If you get one in the power alley.
Without doubt.
Try to get one of them out there.
You didn't hit it over the wall, but I mean, you got the third easily. So.
Yeah,
and if you got some speed, you might get inside the park home run.
I can't remember what player it was. It might have been Curtis Granderson. Right. Somebody around that time had an unheard amount of triples in a season. And I was just like, all you got to do is get into the alley, and it's like you're there.
Oh, you get this on the alley, it's over with. Right. What, like 380 in that foul alley or something like that? It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, we're hitting into the alley, and we're getting triples, basically. Like, we can that's how crazy it was.
Yeah. Another place is I think is in Chicago over there, and I still call it Comiskey, but it was the U.S. Cellular Field.
A lot of people still do, yeah.
Yeah, the new Comiskey is entirely too big. I heard they're trying to build a new one, but that roster is entirely too big. I pay attention to things like that, man.
Yeah, it's like
I mean, look, it's part of the strategy.
Yeah. Yep.
But you gotta have guys like now. If I'm playing like now, God bless him, one of my favorite ball players ever. Now, if I'm in Detroit and I got a guy like a Tony Gwynn, yes, I want them dimensions.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You had Cabrera all those years, and Cabrera is like he'll take one out, but I mean he can't take one out when you got to hit one big almost 400 feet to the wall. You know what I mean? That's crazy.
Right.
Yeah. He had a lot of them that were skimmed. I want to say his last home run skimmed the wall too. Yeah. So yesterday, I believe yesterday was opening day, wasn't it? Was it yesterday or Thursday?
Well, technically Wednesday night was opening night. You had Yankees Giants, and then the first kind of like full slate was Thursday.
Right. So any thoughts from the beginning, the opening week of the season?
Yeah, I went to the opening day at Wrigley, Cubs and Nationals, and we froze our butts off, man. It started out like in the 60s, and during the game it dropped 20 degrees, and the wind was wild, dude. It was like there's no reason for a baseball game to be being played right now. Like it was unreal, and then the Nationals just smoked them. Oh, I got to look up his name. I'll get it in a second here. So the wind was howling in from left field, Joe and Blue, man. It was howling in. Like, you really had to put a charge into one to get it out. And Washington's third hitter, I got to look up his name. I'll get it here in a second. Dude, he smoked one through the teeth of the wind that went to the back of the bleachers. And I was like, if this was a June game, that might have reached the rooftop. And I haven't seen a rooftop homer there since like Glen Allen Hill, I think. And I'm like, if this would have been a regular day, like a summer game, that ball it'd still be going right now. I could not believe how far he hit that thing with that wind.
You said
I think you're talking about Brady House, the national third baseman.
I'll get it here, but he's kind of like a first-year player for Washington. Somebody you don't really know yet, but it's Andres Chaparro. Okay. That's who it was. Yeah, yeah. Okay. And oh my gosh, man, did he pulverize this ball into the wind? I've never seen a ball hit so hard into the wind and go so far. Like, I was impressed. Yeah, he's at 26 years old. You know he's awesome with a number like number 87. I love when guys wear numbers like that. Yeah. Yeah, so this is basically his second season. He had only 66 at bats last year, so he's kind of getting his first full-time gig with them, and it's off to a good start. But man, it's so good to have baseball back. I was talking to my wife the other day. Like, it feels like we were literally just in the playoffs, and here we are, opening day again. It's like, it's so crazy how we're here again. And it's so cool to be back. Like, March Madness is going on, baseball's back, Masters is around the corner. Like, there's so much fun going on right now. So yeah.
Yeah, springtime. Like we talked about this to open it up, man. The spring is a wonderful time of year for sports and just in general. It really is fun to kind of see some of that. And I was thinking about that too yesterday, man. I was like, man, it feels like I just had Mike on not that long ago, and we were talking about the World Series.
And like just November, something like that.
Yeah. But baseball's a wonderful time, and I'll tell you what, that's one of the tough things about being here in Louisiana. They don't have they've only got college baseball. They don't have the pros, and unfortunately, the Razorbacks don't play LSU this year, I guess. So I don't expect to go to too many games. But I miss, and even still, college is awesome, but the pros, even minor leagues, is a lot more fun. Just, a great, back home in Northwest Arkansas, I would go watch a Naturals game. That's our AA, the Royals AA affiliate. And
those are fun to go to.
We would. Oh man, great food. You're watching the future. I think about. I often call back to how I became a Royals fan in general because I watched that 2010 AA championship where so it didn't even surprise me that the Royals went to back-to-back World Series because they won their league championship. That was pretty much the entire team except for maybe 3 players. So Sal Perez, Mike Moustakas, Eric Hosmer, that whole crew came, and then there was a nice group that came behind them that competed as well. And those two teams got together in KC when they finally all got there, and that nucleus of that championship team in 15 all played together in Northwest Arkansas. And so it's really, really cool to watch that. And it's fun, and there's really great food. There's really great, you start to kind of build a family. And so it's a blast, man. I love to get to watch football. Now, baseball, there is a minor league team in Mobile, which is like 2 hours from me. So might have to make a few trips over there to just get my baseball fix. Once the minor league season gets going.
Better yet, Joe, I think you're gonna have to meet me in August at Kansas City because I'm gonna go there for Cubs Royals. Yeah,
it's a date, my friend. We're going. I'm definitely going for that one.
Yeah, I got to get to Coffin. I've been trying to check off the 30 stadiums, and whatever other ones in the past that are no longer. So I'm trying to get to every MLB stadium. Coffin I've never been to, and I know it's closing soon. So I'm like, definitely going to hit that up in August. Yeah, it's a nice weekend series. It's like the first weekend in August, I think. So, yeah, also, like, the Royals are fun
on the schedule.
Right now, yeah, I love that. Blue, you coming too, Blue?
We open. You might as well. You might as well make your way, buddy. It'll be a fun time. Kansas City. One of my favorite things about KC is that they've got a really great party scene, really great barbecue. I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with that. Really reasonable for it to be a pro stadium, or it was the last time I was there. So definitely looking forward to that. That we might have to put that on the list.
Put it on the calendar
in August. Let's see.
Yeah.
June,
Yeah.
That's we'll have
I
to
know.
make that trip. That's a great idea.
That's
a great idea. Well, yeah, go ahead.
No, I've been to KC and probably since like 2010, and
So
Power and Light District is really fun. So yeah, it'll be a good one.
love it there, man. It's like always reminds me. It's like a mall, but then it's like a mall, but with bars, which is amazing to me. They should make all malls have bars. That makes it a lot more fun when you got to go shopping with the old lady. Yeah. So
I mean, they got bars inside of Macy's department stores now. So why not? You're
that's a win.
Macy's?
August the 7th.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So August the 7th, 8th, and 9th is when we'll get to when the Cubs come to KC. So that sounds like a fun plan, bro.
It's gonna be hot. We'll get some barbecue, some good baseball. I think the Royals probably should be in first place at that time. Like, I think that it's either going to be them or Detroit at that time. You can never count Cleveland out, but I think Kansas City might take that stride this year. They have some fun players, so yeah, that'd be kind of cool to see if they. We've got
a great lineup. We've got veterans. We've got solid pitching. I would love to get one legit ace, but I feel good with Walker. I feel good with the rotation that we got.
Seth Lugo.
I think we've got the right pieces. Yeah, we've got some good pieces. What's going to be kind of the telling sign for us? We've got Carlos Estevez as our closer, and so that's what I need to see. I need to see him. If he can shut the door, then honestly, the pitchers, the rotation we've got is a good one. If we can make sure we can depend on Estevez to shut the door for us, I think we got the sticks. Bobby Witt Jr. is about. I'm gonna say it now early so I can clip it and go back to it later. Make sure you clip this StreamYard that Bobby Witt Jr. is gonna have an MVP level season. This could be the run for him. So, and if we can get that, it's gonna be a special season for us.
Yeah.
So super duper excited about Royals baseball. Anything you looking forward to as a Cubs fan?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see if P. Crow Armstrong can take that next step. We got about 100 games from him last year of like seeing what he could actually do, and he kind of fell off in the second season, but he just got that extension now, so that's taken care of. So maybe he can just relax a little bit and play in his own element, because if he can play anything like he did for those 100 games and spread it out a little bit more and be consistent, like, I'm looking forward to see if he can take that next step this year. And then also, like, getting Alex Bregman, like, that was an amazing pickup. That was it's been one of my favorite pickups that the Cubs have done in a long time. That dude's a gamer, one of the best third basemen still around. So looking forward to that. But outside of the Cubs, man, Cubs and Royals, there are some of the fun things I'm looking forward to this year. Is it seems like there's like a new wave of younger players like coming into the game, right? Like, you have like guys like on your team, like Jack Caglione. You have like the Guardians number 2 prospect, Chase DeLauder, who's hit 3 home runs already in 2 games this year. You got a lot of young talent and stuff like that. So I'm really looking forward to that. It seems like we're in a period right now where a lot of the guys that we grew up watching and stuff, they're kind of like, either taking a back seat now or they're out, like they've retired, like Miguel Cabrera and stuff. Salvi's still going. Perez, he's still going. But it's kind of like we're in like a new age right now. We have a bunch of new faces that are trying to take over the game. So it's kind of like an interesting time right now. So I'm looking forward to that. The ABS is cool. I saw it happen 2 times at the game on Thursday. It was great because both calls were incorrect and they got challenged and it got set the right way. So that's kind of fun. I know it was kind of cool to see it right away. It's really quick. There's 2 challenges per game. If you get them, you retain them. But it's kind of cool to see that happening right now. Like, like technology get a little bit more involved. I wasn't sure how it was going to be at first. I thought maybe it would slow down the game, but it's super quick. I think the first one I saw was like about 10 seconds long it took. So yeah, they put it up on the Jumbotron. The fans are kind of like on the edge of their seat to see like what happened with this. Is the call going to remain? Is it going to switch? So it's kind of cool to see like the game changing with like where we're at in 2026. So yeah.
The game's got to evolve. That's the biggest part is the game has got to evolve so that baseball doesn't get left behind. Like we talked about with football, its emergence and its popularity, basketball has taken such a big global step. On a global prospect, baseball is still the number one sport, or number two behind European football. But in America, it's taken such a back seat. Even though if they keep sowing their global oats and kind of pushing that global narrative, you can see that. But it does require the ability to evolve and the ability to be. Continue to grow and almost kind of perfect the game. For me, the imperfections of baseball is what makes it so great. But you gotta have these elements now. This is the way that they continue to grow. So,
Right.
very very excited about that. Mike, man, look, it's been a pleasure, bro. As always, to get to chat with you. One last thing before we go. Any shameless plugs? Anything special you're doing? Anything you're planning here in the near future?
Well, actually, it's still doing okay. I have one people that is surviving the bracket game right now. Like I have 3 of the 4 Final Four still intact. I got my championship game intact. But it was actually kind of crazy. So as soon as the Sweet 16 happened, I had 7 of the 8 games picked correctly. Like the exact matchup. The only game I missed was Iowa and Nebraska. I didn't have that. At one point, I had to research it because I was like, "This is crazy." ESPN had roughly 26.5 million brackets filled out. I was ranked 5,400, something like that, out of 26.5 million. And then I lost a couple teams now late, in the Elite Eight. But I was like, that was crazy. It was one of the best starts I've ever had, and it's still doing pretty good. Because usually this time of year, I've crumpled that thing up. Like, I've lit it on fire. Like, it's over. I have no chance. But, yeah, I have. Yeah. I got Duke and Arizona in the championship game. I think that's what's going to happen. I think it's going to be Duke, Arizona, rematch of 2001. So, I have Arizona winning it all. But, yeah, we'll see, man. But I was actually like, there's a lot of luck in that. It's so hard to predict when you're filling out that many games, like what's going to happen in the future. So that was kind of cool. But, yeah. You said your bracket's on fire. Who did you have in the championship game?
I did 3 brackets. I had Arkansas winning 2, and I always do a couple where I always do at least one where I've got Arkansas winning. It doesn't feel right. The other one that I actually took seriously, I had Florida winning. I thought Florida might have been the best team in the nation, and it was hard it was hard to argue with how good they were. But I mean, look, man, one stroke of luck is all it takes, man. It's crazy to think about how one shot, one play, one poor call can be the difference between cutting down the nets and getting put out before the Sweet 16. So
right,
it's the matchups, man.
I knew as soon as the Iowa-Florida game, I knew as soon as Bennett Sturts was driving down and that Alvaro Falgarius was sitting in the corner wide open, I was like, even before the ball got to him, I'm like, yep, he's about to hit a game-winning 3 right now. Like, as soon as that thing left his hand, man, yeah. That's crazy. The only reason I shied away from Florida, I know they repeated in 07, 08, back when they had Joakim and Corey Brewer and all that. But it is not only is it impossible almost these days to repeat, it's like UConn did it, obviously a couple years ago with Hurley and all that. But it's so hard to even get back to the Final Four. It's just it's one of the hardest things to win is a championship in college basketball because you have like 300 Division I teams and there's only one winner every year. That's right. It's crazy. So, yeah, I shied away from Florida, but I also thought they were good. I had them losing to Vanderbilt, actually, in the Sweet 16. I wish that game would have happened again. It would have been like the 3rd matchup.
That would have been fun.
It would have been fun.
That would have been real fun.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
well,
but
I appreciate you again, man. And definitely a shout out to the bracket challenge. For those who still have a bracket going. God bless you, man. Y'all are geniuses. One last quick shout out to Nicole Talks Ball. A quick shout out to Giovanna Scroggins of Behind the Sport, and of course our girl Kai out in Phoenix at the with the PHX Game Chasers. Definitely a pleasure. Make sure y'all go follow them for a chance to enter into the Fanatic Pack drawing. And for those who are still in the bracket challenge, who have a chance to win this custom T-shirt, man, it'll be worth it in the end. That Nicole makes great T-shirts, and she sponsored our for our fantasy football league. We had a winner, and we gave him a crown. It's a Burger King crown. That's not important, Mike. But the loser got a T-shirt.
That's awesome.
And the T-shirt says that I got booty blasted in the Fanatic Sports football. So definitely, and I was so proud of the design. I went and got a shirt myself, and so. Which was it was pretty cool. I have to put some of those pictures up, but great shirt. Great quality. It's lasted through several washes, which means it's a top tier T-shirt. So you're getting a good shirt, and this one won't be as embarrassing to wear out in public. So this is the good news. One last time, the key word today for today's show is buzzer beater. So DM buzzer beater to the Fanatic Sports Podcast, and you will get entered into a chance for a drawing for the Fanatic Pack. Anything else before we go, Mike?
I love that keyword because we are due for a buzzer beater in this tournament, man. We haven't had one since Bulgarius against Florida, so we need one in the Elite Eight tonight. We need it tomorrow or Sunday. We need a buzzer beater. Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to it. The tournament's been a blast, so I'm definitely excited about it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to August now. If we're doing Cubs Royals in August, I'm looking forward to that. That'd be fantastic.
Listen, it's a date, man. My brother lives in KC, and he's been begging me to come anyway. So it's gonna be exciting. I'm very excited to get to do this. It's gonna be a blast.
Yeah,
well, for Michael Beier from at Sports Vibes Media, the Blue Report, the Throwback King, man. We thank you all so much for joining us here on the Fanatic Sports Podcast. And as I always say, man, tough times don't last. Tough people do. Thank y'all for watching the Fanatic Sports Podcast.